Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Why, man? What happened to you today?
As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Ducks will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Tate. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Reading the option, it's Sayed. Nice move there. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
There we go. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here comes the option. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long, so they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that.
Breaks into the open. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him make...
Lets it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. A tremendous play to make the interception, and then the return takes him close to the 50-yard line.
And that's why, as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now the play fake. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
This is a designed run. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Pressure coming. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Moore will throw. He lost one down the sideline. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, Dave. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And the Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Wide receiver going in motion. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. The screen, he's got wheels, turning it on. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The Buckeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. One final play before the end of the quarter. draw. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. First play of the period will be a second down. To throw, it's St. Clair. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Quarterback on the keeper. Powers through the defender. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option.
He strides his way over the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
More to the air. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle, it's Moore. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Graham. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off play action on first down. The quick out. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
This is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
He's going to run it. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes.
Looking to take a shot. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Oh, he had it, and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down. The Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Quickly complete. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Back to pass. Extending the play. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's wrestled to the ground.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field. There's nothing you can do about it.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Got him downfield. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Looking for an open area to his left. It's complete. Touchdown, Ohio State. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all 1st half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Moore will throw. Finds his man. It's Moore. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grab near the marker. It's Moore. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Going for the big play. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Rolling right and going deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking downfield very late in the half. Got the quick pass. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Looking down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Absolute shame. Missed it. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns and 21 points. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side of the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Moore to the air. He slings it deep to the left. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And I think that right there has been one of the biggest stories of this game so far. The reason this team trails is they can't get one of their best players the football in the passing game. This guy's a weapon. He eats defenses alive each and every week and has yet to make one catch in this game.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. He might want another play. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Converts on fourth down, still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Wants to keep it in the air. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the completion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Gets it out quickly. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A third down stop. Now to see what they do on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. And the Ducks will hustle to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
Rides the back and leads it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now. You're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball. I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
Looking to throw on third and goal. Touchdown, Ducks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone and not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Running a read option to the left. And he's hit and taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Finds a man in the middle. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run play action. Fires left. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
And this offense has done a good job coming out the gate strong. They've been really, really good. This is the type of play, man, you can give momentum back to the defense, swing it back to the other side if you're not careful with the football.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Ducks in the hurry-up. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
Moore will throw. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He fires one deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Fires toward the target. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Moore to the air. Fires to the right. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Whittington. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Whittington. And the defense settled in to stop that before a short gain. The Ducks are in the hurry-up.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football.
Snags it inside the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the 4th quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Rushes on him. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. The option look. Touchdown, Oregon! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something.
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He'll do it himself. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again.
Oh, he's got some space. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
Man, on the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't get them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Off the play fake. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. It's got some room to run. Inside the 50. The 30. At the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Tate. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The play action fake. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's Sayed. Fires to the big fella. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Here's a heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get.
He lets it fly. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Moore. Oh, they're after him. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Moore will throw. Under fire. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Ducks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Back to throw, it's Simpson. And wings it incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Horton. Still running in the 40. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Got it in the middle, it's Horton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the 1st quarter, because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. This crowd full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. He'll keep it himself. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And this defense wanted to get off the field on the opening drive, keep the offense from establishing momentum. They did better than that. They took the ball away.
Yeah, you got to set the tone, right, on defense. Early in this game on the opening drive, you're trying to kind of draw a line in the sand saying, look, this is who we are. This is what we came to do. We're going to be more physical, and we're going to take the football away. And a play like that, it just galvanizes and energizes the rest of the team.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Sweet cut there. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting it to the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Goes to the option. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The D thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Might be changing the route. Moore to the air. Fires to the middle. Touchdown, Oregon! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Fires it incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets the first down and more. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there.
Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
To the air, it's Simpson. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. No, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. That's caught. It's Miller. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
Quick completion on the out. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Made the grab
this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive. Their own 25. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Moore will throw. Fires to the big fella. At the 45 on his way. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. So first down here as they go back to work. On the direct snap, it's Moore. They'll immediately call timeout. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Moore. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Whittington. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Ducks will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes it in, makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And I love how this offensive coordinator uses all of his playmakers and all of the speed. This is a guy that we've seen hurt defenses before catching the football with. You can get him involved in the running game as well with the option play. You get him on the perimeter. He's the pitch man. Nobody accounting for him. It's an easy walk-in score for the offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. looking to throw. It's Simpson. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Wants to fire on second down. Right on target this time. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that throw.
Yeah, and third and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You've got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass, and the defense did a really good job playing the pass. And fourth down now, it's decision time for you.
Wanting to move the chains, here comes Alabama on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He wants to change this route. Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. He makes a grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
Moore to the air. Looking for the score. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They take over late, and they have enough time to put together a drive. He'll start this drive firing. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
You wonder if the pick earlier in the game is now affecting this quarterback, and not just his psyche, but also his fundamentals. He threw that ball off his back leg. You're not going to throw completions playing like that.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. On the run, fires downfield.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Right down the middle. Intercepted a can swing momentum. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Ducks! Look, I know it's only the second. But we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Miller. Turning it on!
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Wants to throw on first down. He's taking the shot. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. He fires a bullet to the right. Pulls in the deep ball. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Moore will throw. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
2-point conversion attempt is on the way. They want to throw it. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got him.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. After the incompletion on second down, it's 3rd and inches. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Finds his big tight end. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Bernard. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Caught in the backfield. It's Miller. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Grab behind the line. It's Miller. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the sticks.
Fires to the middle. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just enough time for one final play in this half. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. On the option. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Ducks moving quickly to the line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most...
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Looking for more room.
I'll tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Using the quick game.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, the different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on.
And he's going to score. Touchdown tie. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you can tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Russell. Here's the pressure. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Gets the back moving. To the air on second down. Now adjusting. Fires on the move. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
Unleashes one. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Got a man. It's Miller. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. Smashes through the tackle. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Alabama!
That was a good run, bro.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 39-yard run to the house. And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Moore. Still on his feet at the 35. All by himself down the middle. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ducks. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, oh give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Russell. Makes the grab, it's Miller. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Spits it out to the back. Finds his man. It's Miller. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
That's reeled in. It's Williams. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
Flushed out of the pocket. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force...
There he goes! Now the connection takes it to the 11. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bernard. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. You want something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And Reese, I'm positive that stat counts on my stat line. Keep playing. Keep piling up those stats. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on that.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here and protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over. Don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Zings it complete to the right. Breaks into the open. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. Moore to the air. Back's looking for the goal line. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Split backs here. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. It's complete on the right side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Good game, bro.
We wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing